Welcome back to the Ambition Over Fear portal. I'm Atlas Opia and I help people expand their interdimensional knowledge. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing how to understand the inner workings of reality to a point where you can change your life by understanding how to alter the seed that grows into the experiences you're getting to have. Once you understand that energetic code creates reality, you can go to the back end and change the information. So then what happens is different from what you previously experienced, beyond the limitations of your subconscious mind and what you think is possible. Now, if you're back on this channel or if you're new here, consider subscribing, because what I do is take high octave concepts that your soul already knows and your inner child wants to be a part of, and I break it down in a structured manner with language that your mind can understand, so your human system can start to live through the power of your soul. Now, to jump right into the video, I want to explain initially how energy becomes matter. There are 13 dimensions, and the source of all creation and pure consciousness comes from the 13th dimension. That is the source of all power in the universe. Now, the energy in that dimension works similar to a stem cell, meaning it holds pure potential and can become anything, but it might not have a particular form. So once you decide that this formless energy, which is raw creation and pure potential, is going to become something in a certain dimension, then you're assigning that energy to a job. You're basically creating a pattern of information, which is energetic code, and that energy runs through that cycle of information and slowly adapts to the characteristics that you're trying to turn it into. So why does this matter? It matters because when you're wanting to change a circumstance in life, alter the energy in your body or in your field or in the world around you, you have to change the seed energy, which then translates into a new result. And so energy in that higher realm is basically what your imagination has been tapping into. And so that energy from a 13th dimension then gets assigned a job. And when you're deciding what the energy is, you're basically creating a pattern of code. And that energy runs through that pattern of code through each dimension below it. So 13th dimension gives energy to the 12th, and then that goes into the 11th, 10th, and all the way down into the 3rd, where your 5 senses are able to experience that energetic code in the physical realm, right? So what initially happens is we decide from the position we're in that we would like to move into a new parallel reality. We want to experience a new version of life. Now, what this is, in simplistic terms, is there is a subject of life that has been giving you a particular energy in the past. There are certain experiences you have received from that area of life, and in that old timeline, that area of life was attached to a specific code. There is certain information that manifested as the experiences you've experienced or may currently be experiencing. Now, when you're moving into a new timeline, you're saying, okay, this area of life, I want to now receive a different energy from it. I want to now put a new cycle of information so that area of life begins to give me a new experience. But when we're in the 3rd dimension, we're seeing everything as if it's a struggle, because while we're in this frequency of just focusing on our 5 senses and the realm of the 3rd, there's still remnants of the old timeline and the old energetic information. So you're trying to be in a room that's blue and say, no, it's red. So what I'm going to teach you as we move forward in the video is how to view any experience in life from the interdimensional truth that it is happening on multiple dimensions at once. And to simplify things, you can say something is happening in the lower dimensions and higher dimensions. Higher dimensions is the information, the code, the data, what you're assigning pure consciousness to do. And that trickles through all the dimensions below. And we're experiencing it in the third dimension based on how our five senses can interact with that energy. Now, before I go deeper into this video, I want to tell you that if you're a starseed and you're wanting to truly integrate that timeline into reality where you are seeing the powers, the value, the sacredness of that past life come alive now, I want to give you insight into how to do that with a free Starseed coaching session. And you could book it by going into the video description on this YouTube video and clicking that first link. And if you cannot find it, send me an email. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because being a starseed is more than just having the idea of what your race was or what your name was. It's really about that starseed life, that reincarnation your soul has had, has been wanting to be integrated into this life where you adapt the wisdom, the power, and the energetic information from that life into the one you're in now, because you're supposed to carry forward the mission you had in that life to help Earth and the universe. You're supposed to take the powers you had in that life and find a way for your brain to fully understand it in a language it can process. That way you could perform very specific alterations to the quantum field based on new ways you can apply your spiritual energy to life and see results where you're experiencing more power in what occurs, and you're continuing to help in the ways you're supposed to while stimulating that creative power inside of you. Now, the way I do this is I've collected and created a large list of interdimensional skills. And as you know, the metaphysical world creates a physical realm, right? Energetic code and information in the quantum field becomes matter in the physical realm. So an interdimensional skill is a simplistic action you can do with your imagination. Because your imagination is a quantum field, you can do that shift and alteration in the dimension where all the seed information exists. So then when you're trying to improve life on this planet or Earth itself or the galactic realms, you can have a simplistic action that your mind can process, and then you can do certain actions and skills together for larger effects of transmutation and manifestation. So I want to expand your idea of what you think is possible and update your abilities, because even though you may have been practicing, energy techniques for many, many years, there is an evolution taking place, and I am here to bring forth that new understanding and pave the new way. So I'd love to meet you. Your first session's free, it's on me, and I'll see you soon. Now to get back to the video, I want you to imagine that there is an upside down V. Okay. On the left bottom side is an old timeline, which in it exists a subject of life and energy you have received from that particular subject. So it could be finances, relationships, creative endeavors, your spiritual power. And what ends up happening is we're wanting to move into a new way that we're interacting with an area of life, but we're looking at it from the third dimension we may feel stuck because we're inside of a blue room trying to turn it red, when what you have to do is leave the room and realize that you can pick another room, and your existence doesn't just reside in that old room. You're just now realizing that you have unconsciously decided to be in that room and accept it as permanent, right? So what do? You go up that ladder to the very top of that upside down V. And from there, you're realizing I'm an interdimensional soul getting to have the experience as a human. And I'm a galactic being that has been able to experience this old timeline and the energetic information and the emotions that come with it and the results which have manifested. But I'm not confined to those things. And in that moment, you decide, okay, all I have to do is slowly integrate the truth into my brain that reality works like a computer. And when you're dealing with technology, as you know, if you're making an application or a video game or a website or a program, you're creating a collection of different information, which is a code. And then that is translating into a unique result that your five senses are able to experience. And that is everything around you. The chair you're sitting on, the phone you're looking at this through, the window in which you're seeing the world outside of you from, everything you're seeing is energetic information on a higher dimension, which has trickled down. And now it's becoming solid and your five senses are able to experience it. So you're just choosing a new energetic code. Meaning when you're looking at a timeline you're moving into, imagine all the experiences you want, okay? And I want you to slowly touch your third eye, and I'm gonna help you activate that. And I want you to feel that even though every experience you're encountering in your imagination is something that exists in the third dimension, the fact that you're able to experience it from your imagination but may not be fully able to feel it in your five senses means that you're tapping into energetic information. And all you have to do is feel that everything around you has energetic information, a seed, which then is created into physical matter. Every experience you're wanting to bring in and this timeline you're wanting to align with is just different information. And in that moment, you're stepping out of the idea of how it gets done, how it's going to be created, what steps are going to need to happen for your timeline of desire to come into fruition, and you're just aligning with the code. Because you know that code, energetic information, data, which you experience in your imagination, means that nothing can be created or destroyed, and you're simply aligning with the information of something. It's not new, it's not hard, it's not challenging. It's just you releasing the idea that you are the old energetic information and now a soul that gets to choose what information you're aligning with. Like what movie you're gonna watch. You're changing the DVD, okay? Now I'm gonna give you a couple skills to practice this technique with. Now, say you're wanting to change the energetic information in your field, right? Now, the one thing you can remember is that when you're moving into a new timeline, instead of you having a large garden and you trying to individually heal each plant by watering the roots and feeding the roots certain nutrients and going into every tree and plant and doing the same and having it spread throughout the soil, that technique of slowly changing your thoughts can work, but it's just not as efficient when you're quantum jumping. But we're going to take that same mechanism of your mind and use it for something else. So you're quantum jumping, you're deciding to create a whole new garden. Now, when you feel the energy in your field and you can feel some doubt of your powers, you can feel some frustration of your progress in life maybe, or you can feel some heaviness, feel into that energy, okay? And slowly get an idea of where it's coming from in your system. And once you can identify it, imagine that you're changing the code to something else. The same way that when you have a thought about you not being able to accomplish something, you can change it to, no, I'm actually very capable and powerful and ignited with the powers of this universe and the creativity of the cosmos. That shifting is what you're now going to do to the energetic information in your field. And when your mind comes in to say it's not possible or you have doubts, don't try to engage with that part of your mind, because when you're doing the work, you allow your soul to perform and you don't need the validation of your mind, because over time you're going to convince it that it's real. Okay? Now I want you to imagine that you're feeling into your body, your DNA, your cells. And you're going to want to alter the energetic information to better serve where you're going. You're going to enhance your DNA from being able to hold third dimensional energy to now being able to hold higher dimensional energy. What you're doing is you're looking at something in the universe and you're seeing that this product is a result of energetic information on the back end. There's energetic information that you may not be able to see with your five senses, but you can feel it, and then there is a result. So feel inside of your system, in your cells, in your DNA, and go deeper where you can feel what is creating your cells and your DNA, and alter it to be able to hold the cosmos, your higher dimensional consciousness, and the potential of your spiritual energy and how you want to use it, right? So try those techniques, and you can even try this with the energy in your home. Say you're feeling there's a heaviness in your home. Let go of the idea that you're just a human and move up in the elevator as you realize everything around you exists in two parts: what you're experiencing and the energetic information that is creating what you're experiencing. And so feel it in your room. It might be forward or behind you or a little bit behind you to the left, and realize that you are experiencing the universe from your third dimensional system. But on a higher dimension, you are everything. You are the universe. Everything you're experiencing, energy which is coming into your consciousness, you're taking part of because you're able to experience it in the first place, which means that you have some connection to it. So feel the energy in your room, and then feel the energetic code or information or data behind the energy, and tweak it into a feeling you want to experience, into energy you're wanting to align with. Okay. Now, thank you for being a part of this video and watching my channel. I'm so grateful that I've been able to have such a large impact to your life through these videos, and I'd like to have a greater impact to your journey. I'd like to be a portal of expansion that forever changes how you view reality and how your soul is able to express itself in this reincarnation. So if you're feeling called to uncover the power that has been blocked for you, it doesn't matter what level you're on, how long you've been teaching, what you think you know. If you feel there's something else coming, let me be the activation for you. You may have manifested me into your realm, into your path, and I want to show you a new way to harness your powers more organization around how you can use spiritual energy and the application of it in today's modern world, and really uncovering your galactic mission and everything that's involved with helping you do interdimensional soul work. So book your free session down below. If you press that little arrow when you back out of the video, you'll see the description, and it'll be the first link you see. Until next time, stay in simplicity and power, and realize that you can't change or alter an old timeline from within it. Sometimes you have to leave the room, realize that you're in a larger house, and you can just choose a different room. And once you connect with the energetic information, then you start to feel it more with your 5 senses. But you don't have to force it and be micromanaging your energy all day. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.